Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Igho and this is Love Igho. If by chance you have seen my basic bodice pattern tutorial, then this is kind of a part 2. This is a follow-up to that tutorial. It doesn't really make any sense to do a full bodice pattern tutorial without showing you how to draft a basic sleeve. Most outfits have sleeves. I just thought it would be important to not only show you how I create my bodice pattern, but also how to create a basic sleeve pattern for yourself. So before or after watching this video, you should check out the basic bodice pattern tutorial because they kind of go hand in hand. I'll put a link to that in the description box or just attach it somewhere to this video. It should be hovering around somewhere here. So don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let's get straight into it, guys. Let's do it. So as you can see, I have my pattern paper and I have folded it into two. Right, we're going to be working on one end, but basically one part is going to be the front part of our sleeve, and the other part is going to be the back half of our sleeve because they are two parts of one half. So the first thing you're going to do is measure out your starting line. I'm going to just do that right here. Second thing you're going to do is mark the length of your sleeve. Now I want mine to be about 14 inches. Now you can manipulate the length of your sleeve anyhow you want later as time goes on. So for now, just for the basic sleeve pattern, I'm just going to go with about 13 to 14 inches. So I'm just going to mark that out right here. Yeah, this is 14. The next thing you're going to do is measure out what is called your cap sleeve measurement, and there's a calculation for that. That is your bust divided by 12 plus half an inch. So you're going to take your bust, divide that number by 12, and then add half an inch to it. My bust is 35 inches, so I'm going to divide 35 inches by 12 and then add half an inch to that number, and so my cap sleeve measurement comes up to a total of 3.5 inches. So on this line that you have drawn, you're just going to mark your cap sleeve measurement. Mine is 3.5 inches, so it's going to be around here. All right, so just go ahead and draw notable lines for those measurements. Same thing for the opening of your sleeve. All right, after doing that, now that we have all the lines drawn, the next thing you're going to do is start measuring out the armhole. Now you're going to take the bodice panel that's from my previous tutorial and remeasure the armhole measurement that you took for it, if you still remember, which is basically the length from the beginning of your sleeve to the beginning of your chest area. This measurement from here to here. Now as you can see, mine is 7 inches, but for ease and for movement around the armhole and the chest area, we added half an inch. So mine is going to be from here to here, that's 7 inches, plus this half, that's 7.5 inches, right? So that's your armhole measurement. So take the 7.5 inches and mark it right here on this armhole line. So just going to mark 7.5 inches over here. Now take your ruler and just connect this armhole measurement to the very beginning of your sleeve. So after measuring out this line, the next thing we're going to do is find the midpoint of the line. So I have 8.25 inches. So half of 8.25 inches is 4.125. So I'm just going to mark that out right about here. So this is the midpoint. So just mark the midpoint of that line that you derive from your armhole measurement. Okay, so after finding the midpoint of this line, the next thing you're going to do is draw a line that is perpendicular to this line but at half an inch. So just mark half an inch above this line. That is it. So a line that is a half an inch line that is perpendicular to this one. And then next thing you want to do is connect that line to this one. So after connecting this, next thing you're going to do is take your pattern master or a French curve if you have one. I don't use a French curve, I use a pattern master, but you can absolutely get the same thing. Just get something with a curve. And so what you want to do is connect the rest of that to this point this way. So this curve that we've derived right here is our back sleeve pattern, our back sleeve curve. To get the front sleeve curve, you're going to connect from this very point to the midpoint here, not the perpendicular line that we derived, but the midpoint, the original midpoint of this line. So you're just going to connect that this way to get our front curve. And then we're going to connect another curve running this way. And there we have it. So this is basically what it looks like. This is the curve for the back of the sleeve, and this right here is the curve for the front of the sleeve that goes this way. So the next thing is to work on the sleeve opening, and you can get that number by just measuring your armhole, depending on how wide or how slim you want your outfit to be. So just measure that, divide that number into 2. Mine is a total of 12 that goes around my arm. So half of 12 is 6. I'm just going to mark 6 over here. And then just connect those. So this is basically what the sleeve pattern will look like. Just remember that our patterns are made without seam allowances included. So when you're transferring your patterns to fabric, make sure that you cut your fabric with at least 1 inch seam allowance. So after this, we're just going to cut our pattern out of the pattern paper. I would advise that you cut the back panel first. So this is the curve for our back panel. I'm just going to mark that. Back. And then now that you've cut that out, you can go ahead and cut out the front curve. And that is it, you guys, for our sleeve pattern. Now, as you can see, the front curve of the sleeve pattern is a lot curvier than the back, and that is to allow for free range or for full range of movement around the arm sleeve. It's very similar to how the front and the back panels of the bodice pattern is cut. The front parts are a lot curvier just to allow for bust movement and for free range of movement of the arms. And that concludes the basic sleeve tutorial. And that concludes the basic sleeve tutorial, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you think about this tutorial in the comment section, and if it's helpful, if this is easy to follow, and if you would like to see me do more of these types of videos. So just let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.